Since pairing with Disney, Marvel movies have taken over pop culture to such a degree that plenty of people seem to forget about the before times.
What's going on?
A world where the letters MCU held no meaning, except, I don't know, maybe Municipal Credit Union. And while the Disney era of Marvel has embraced and even incorporated certain past superhero efforts, like the pre-MCU Spider-Man films or Hugh Jackman's Wolverine,
Hi, Peanut.
there's a lot of older Marvel movies and TV shows they seem to be fine with leaving in the dust. One popular Marvel character is seeing their entire film history disappear for modern generations, and I'm here to do my best to see that doesn't happen. I'm Drew Deitch for Giant Freakin' Robot, and this is why we need to save the Punisher movies. The Punisher is a controversial character, and that's putting it lightly.
You can kiss my ass!
Premiering in The Amazing Spider-Man number 129, just 5 months before the release of the hit film Death Wish, oddly enough,
Call him a mad vigilante.
the Punisher, real name Frank Castle, is a murderous vigilante waging a lethal war against crime in New York City. After gaining surprising popularity with readers and his own comic title, The Punisher made the jump to the big screen in 1989 with his first feature film. And the problems began.
Hi there.
The movie was produced by New World Pictures, the studio headed by the beloved and notoriously cash-conscious Roger Corman. The Punisher would end up being the second-to-last movie produced by New World due to their financial troubles. That also meant The Punisher was unable to secure theatrical distribution in the United States, settling for a direct-to-video release 2 years after it premiered in international theatrical markets. Ouch. Rocky IV star Dolph Lundgren is cast as Frank Castle, and while I admit a legit fondness for Lundgren's brand of acting,
Okay.
The Punisher is not his finest moment as a thespian.
When this is over, you're dead.
It doesn't help that the iconic logo for the Punisher was removed from his outfit in favor of skull-themed throwing knives. Definitely a downgrade. Director Mark Goldblatt openly regrets this decision, and I'm sure fans are in agreement. But for an 80s vigilante crime flick, The Punisher is not a bad time, and the movie has gained a cult following over the years, proving the power of the Punisher was still up for grabs in the movie world. Frank Castle got another shot at the box office in 2004, once again called The Punisher. In the wake of the big comic book movie boom brought on by Blade, X-Men, and Spider-Man, The Punisher was set up to be another notch in Marvel's big-budget blockbuster belt. Until the movie flopped at the box office, opening at the number 2 spot behind Kill Bill Volume 2.
Good business, murder.
That's a bummer, as The Punisher 2004 is a major step up from the previous film. Thomas Jane is excellent as Frank Castle and really cares about doing the character justice. So much so that he even returned to the character in a bootleg short film 8 years after the actual movie. The Punisher 2004 takes inspiration from the Garth Ennis comic book run with the character, and the movie does a good job of maintaining a comic book tone. John Travolta as the villain is admittedly underwhelming,
So true.
but Thomas Jane's portrayal and the solid direction from Jonathan Hensleigh make The Punisher 2004 a lot better than its reputation would lead you to believe. But when your Marvel movie is releasing 2 months before Spider-Man 2, you're pretty much SOL.
Sorry.
Since this version didn't conquer at the box office, we got a reboot 4 years later with Punisher Warzone. And it's here that the Punisher reached his full form, because Punisher Warzone is a blast. Taking even more inspiration from Garth Ennis's over-the-top twisted take on the character, Punisher Warzone director Lexi Alexander purposefully wanted to inject more ridiculousness and dark comedy into the project.
We're gonna have ourselves a little bit of fun with this.
And the movie is so much better for it.
Relax. We're looking for a few good men.
Dominic West as the villain Jigsaw is giving a bad guy performance like he's in an episode of the 60s Batman show. It's stupendous. I could watch him in that makeup with that goofy accent for days on end.
Well, that's why I'm here, Doc.
That's not to say that Ray Stevenson isn't doing a stellar job as a very focused and minimalist take on Frank Castle. He gets the tone so right in every moment, whether it's a bit of bleak comedy or a real emotional beat. It's so sad Stevenson never got another shot with Frank Castle because he nails the dark fun of the character so well.
Sometimes I'd like to get my hands on God.
And any movie that features a parkour gangster getting blown up by a missile is my idea of a good time. Cinema.
Somehow, heartbreak feels good in a place like this.
Sadly, Punisher Warzone once again proved a fatal blow for the character at the box office, opening at the number 8 spot. Oof. Frank Castle just could not catch a break. So, here we have 3 solidly different takes on the Punisher in movies, and each one has its merits and its fans. But it might be harder to find and make new fans since all 3 of the movies are being left in the digital dust. As of this recording, Punisher Warzone, a movie I would argue is better than any single MCU movie. Yeah, that should get you all talking in the comments.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Only has streaming availability on Pluto TV in standard definition. Otherwise, you'll have to rent or buy the movie to see it. At the very least, Punisher Warzone is available on most popular VOD services. The Punisher 2004 is only available to rent or buy through Fandango at home. No other digital storefront in the US seems to carry it, and you can't find it on streaming anywhere as of this writing.
You're leaving.
I have work to do.
And The Punisher 1989 isn't available on any digital storefront or streaming platform at all. You'll either have to track down a physical copy or procure a digital version by ways that would make Frank Castle look at you as a criminal.
If you're guilty, you're dead.
If you want any Punisher to easily stream, your only access will be the Punisher TV series. With Marvel committed to their MCU versions of their characters, Jon Bernthal has taken up the Punisher mantle and will likely be the only Punisher many younger fans ever see in a cinematic format. And frankly, that sucks.
I am the Punisher. I'm right here.
Part of what makes comic book characters great is that different writers and artists provide new takes and creative approaches to long-standing characters and how they are portrayed. I don't want to live in a world where only one version of Batman is recognizable and celebrated. I want as many different and unique stories and ideas as possible to get a chance at the spotlight. The same goes for The Punisher. All 3 of these movies deserve their fans and could use even more, but especially Punisher Warzone. Can I see that parkour guy get blown up again, please?
Happy?
Thank you. How many Punisher movies have you seen, and which do you think is the best? Have you never seen a Punisher movie and this video managed to get you curious?
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Make sure to hit the like button if this video is what you want to see more of, and subscribe to the channel so we can keep making more. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time here on Giant Freakin' Robot.